Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking, thank you for joining. Always appreciative, especially with everything going on right now. The fact that you guys let me use my voice and do something is awesome, so thank you. When I was in high school, I was doing Mental Health Mondays, and when I started, somebody else, her name was Jessica, is Jessica, she started doing World Awareness Wednesdays. And so on Mental Health Mondays, I would talk about something, and then on World Awareness Wednesdays, she would talk about something that was going on in the world or just some social change. And sometimes we would relate them, sometimes we wouldn't. It was just really cool, and I wanted to start that up on my channel. So I reached out to her and made sure it was all okay, and she said it was fine, and we might do something in the future together. I just think it's an incredible idea, especially because of all the crap going on in our world. I want to keep Mental Health Mondays about mental health, and then when there's something really important to talk about, I want to make it for Wednesdays, and that's the day where I do that. I need lip stuff, hold on. Today for World Awareness Wednesday, our first World Awareness Wednesday, we are going to talk about Black Lives Matter. I have been somewhat silent on social media, and there's no excuse for it. I have been so frozen. I don't think a lot of people understand, and if you do, let me know, because your girl would love some friends like this. I am a sponge to what's going on in the world, to people's emotions, and most of the time that's why my mental health isn't that good, and that's where a lot of my mental illnesses come from, is just from me being such an empath. Like, I've been described as a sponge. I've been described as like a sensor, where I can walk by someone even if I don't know them, and this happened a lot in high school. I could just tell when somebody wasn't doing well. I would carry that around all day, and that's always why I want to help people, is because I can feel their emotions and I can feel where they're coming from, and they suck. And so I want to be able to help people so that they don't feel that way. I wish I could take on the pain of the world, all of it, so nobody would have to feel it, but apparently I can't do that. So according to, well, you know, the way of the world and all my therapists. So I think I just kind of froze with everything going on, and I just kind of felt like I wasn't going to say enough, or I wasn't going to live up to the expectations that people had expected of me. Maybe I was going to say the wrong thing, and I don't know, just in general, I'm just completely overwhelmed, and I shut down for a little bit and had a lot of trouble getting out of bed, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better, a little bit more like myself. I just needed to take care of myself for a few days and, you know, feel ready going in to talk about this and feel clear-minded, because I don't want to go in guns a-blazing. I don't want that, and I know a lot of people don't want that, and they don't want to see that from other people either. So I wanted to make sure I was coming in talking to you guys with a clear mind and in a really good place, in a really meaningful and sympathetic place, empathetic place, not just the world sucks kind of place. I knew that I couldn't just sit and chat because I am so filled with emotions and stressed, and everyone take a shot when my boobs are out. So I wanted to do something a little bit more creative, just for myself and for you guys, and I just hope I can be part of the change, even just by this video. I'm gonna paint my nails, cause look at those. So we're gonna paint my nails. You guys are gonna read it at home. I'm going to paint my nails, and I can't find black, cause if you don't know me, don't really own a lot of black. So the closest color for nail polish that I have to black is a dark blue. I want to make them Black Lives Matter inspired, if that makes sense. I'm gonna start, like I said, I kind of have a plan, kind of don't. I'm gonna use like a pinky nude for now, just to do a base for a few of my fingers where I'm gonna be writing BLM. In case you don't know what's going on, in short, there have been a lot of issues with the police and the Black race. This has happened so many times before, so I don't know why now is like the time that it's kind of a big deal. And it kind of ticks me off that it's taken this long. I mean, better late than never, but also in this case, would have been way better sooner rather than later. Why is it now? Is it because, you know, again, it sounds really bad, but is it because this is, like, nobody's doing anything else? Nobody's distracted by anything else? People are pissed off, rightfully pissed off. We should be treating everyone with kindness. Like, I don't know why that's so hard to understand for some people. It is mind-boggling to me that people just can't accept others for who they are. Like, they're not affecting you. What they're doing with their life, who they are as a person, unless they are physically harming you, they have no say in how happy you are, how sad you are. They are strangers to you. They are people that have been grouped into a category that they shouldn't have been grouped in. A lot's been going around about charging those police officers, reopening the cases, and just getting justice for all these people. And not just that, I feel like the conversation has switched this time. And usually it's about justice and peace and all of that. But I feel like this time around, the conversation's more about what it means to be a white person and what it means to be a black person. And so instead of looking at the one side, which is being a black person, you know, people are starting to go, like, what is white privilege? And how can we stop it? And how can we prevent it in our everyday lives so that everyone just gets privilege? If you're like me and you kind of feel as if you're stuck and you don't know what to do and you're scared to talk and you're scared to do all that stuff, you know, start small. Obviously, I'm not saying you have to go and be head of all the campaigns or any of that. Just post some stuff on your story here and there that just explain what's going on. You can also sign a lot of petitions. I'm going to leave a few links down below. Another really good way to support this cause, and I have been doing this religiously, a lot of YouTubers right now are using the money that they get from the ads in their video to support the movement. So like 100% of the proceeds or 100% of the money made will go to Black Lives Matter movement. So what I've been doing is just seeing what videos do that and watching them, not skipping ads. Like, if I need to be doing something in the background so that I don't skip the ads, I watch it through from beginning to end through every single ad, because it makes money for the video, which all goes towards the movement, if that makes sense. So if you are struggling with money, this is a really good way to still donate and still be part of it without actually taking anything out of your pocket, which a lot of people are struggling with right now and do in general. Hold them accountable for what they've done, because they are supposed to be protecting us. They shouldn't pick and choose who they protect based on skin color, based on sex, based on sexuality, based on whatever. We are humans. We are all humans. We all look the exact same inside, pretty much. We all deserve to be treated like we are worthy and loved. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I just want to vent now. One of the main topics, one of the main things being talked about right now is not being racist versus being anti-racist. And I think it's a little bit controversial for some people, because for some people just not being racist is or seems like enough, where a lot of people are suddenly going, no, it's more than just being not racist. Like, you need to be anti-racist. You need to live and breathe anti-racism and make sure you wake up every day stopping people when they say stuff and posting things and just being part of the change every single day, and not just by saying it in your head, but by doing stuff out loud. It's kind of really opened my eyes up to a lot of things, not just this Black Lives Matter. This is really ticking me off. Stop sticking. Not just to the Black Lives Matter, but everything in general. Like, you can say you're not something, but if you don't show it, if you don't prove it, if you don't make it part of your routine, it's tricky. I don't know, because I also feel like people are doing what they can and they think they're doing enough, and at the end of the day you can always be doing more. A lot of people don't know any better. They don't know, they've been taught not to hate on people, but they haven't been taught to live that every single day, and like I said, tell people to not say crap and share things. And it's just, we're just living in such a weird world. I think everyone should make sure that their focus is one of their focuses is making sure that people aren't racist. Again, shouldn't be a thing. It's unfortunately something we have to do. Not everyone has lived this way. Not everyone has lived their lives as standing up when people make jokes or say things. We would never say it, but we haven't actually stood up for it. Like, a lot of people live their lives like that, and yes, you're not racist, and that's the thing, is that's okay, but people are at the point now where that's just not enough. Even if it's just once a week where you just post something about something that you care about, and Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ+, just be more than just not this, not racist, not sexist, not homophobic. Just be more than that. On another note, I just kind of talked about this at the beginning. I just don't know how people are racist. Nick interrupted me, so I kind of forget where I was. It's getting tiring, and it's tiring for a lot of people, and obviously scary and tiring for Black people. It's exhausting to still hear about people that are doing this crap and saying this crap and being part of this crap. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom making someone feel like they don't deserve to be on this earth. Everyone deserves to feel wanted and feel loved and feel special and feel welcome. I guess what I was trying to say with the racist, non-racist versus anti-racist is I understand. I understand both sides. I understand where people are coming from, thinking that just not making comments is enough. But I also fully understand where people are coming from saying that's not enough. It's just being empathetic towards people and remembering that everyone comes from different walks of life and everyone's been raised a different way. Doesn't mean it's right. It just means that people have habits and people have been taught a certain thing and they're trying their best. And I think instead of attacking people for being not racist, instead of being anti-racist, just have friendly conversations with those people instead. Like, don't attack them for it because, they're not contributing to the problem. Maybe they're not helping the problem as much as they could, but they're not contributing. I want people to work together to leave the world a better place when they're gone. It's crazy to me that it's 2020 and we're still living in a world where this stuff is happening. We might not be living in a slavery country, slavery society, but just because people aren't slaves doesn't mean they're free. We might have abolished slavery, but Black people are still scared to have their own voice and still scared to go into certain professions, still scared to walk alone at night, and that's not freedom. Just because they're not slaves doesn't mean that's freedom. That doesn't mean they're free, because they're not. Compared to what white people have for freedom, Black people are far from it, and that's so sad to me because we have put Black people through hell. We took them from their own countries, made them slaves. I read the Book of Negroes in high school, and wow, just eye-opening, that story. Like, the amount of crap that white people put Black people through is just stupid. Like, that's it. It's stupid. It's stupid. Or what makes someone feel entitled to think that they are better than someone because of the color of their skin? We took them from their homes. We took them from their villages. We took them from their families, and yet they're the ones that are the bad race, the bad people. I'm just so proud that I'm living in a time where white people are standing beside black people. Even on that, like, I know this isn't Black Lives Matter related, but like, we as white people came over and took the land from First Peoples, and yet we still make them feel like they're the ones that don't belong. You think of a kid, I babysit a lot, and I just love how kids just don't care. They don't care if you're gay. They don't care if you're straight. They don't care if you're black, you're white, you're brown. They don't care. If you make them feel special and happy and listen to them, they like you. Kids, they don't care, and it just proves that it's taught. It's not something that we're born with. We are taught to care about the way other people look and the way other people love and the way other people do all these things. That's taught to us. You're just seeing a fat hairy hand right now. Sorry about that. The other topic was this all lives matter crap. We are not a group of people as straight white people, straight white men specifically, because straight white women still feel discrimination for being women. Straight white men, you can't be going around saying all lives matter. And well, nobody can. When we say Black Lives Matter, we're not saying another life doesn't matter more. We're saying that they matter equally. And we're saying that Black lives don't matter for a lot of people. That's why it's Black Lives Matter, not all lives matter. All lives matter. Sit down, please. Jeez. I'm not a nail technician. I think that's clear, but wanted to remind everyone. I think we all need to think about once in a while, like, what is white privilege? What is straight privilege? What is male privilege? What are all these things, and how can we incorporate fighting these norms into our everyday lives? Again, I can't believe that people get treated differently just because of the color of their skin. People are more privileged because of the color of their skin. Just think about what you're grateful for, what you're lucky for, and why you're lucky, and if it's something that has to do with your race, your sexuality, your sex, your whatever, do something about it so that everyone can feel the same way that you do. Mom just came in, finished the other hand because I tried. Didn't work very well. My mom showed me this really cool post, like just showed it to me, that it said something about, you know, if a coworker were to come to you and say that their parents died, you wouldn't respond with all parents die. That's, you know, it's the truth, but you wouldn't say that to them. And I saw another thing about the same thing, kind of the same idea with cancer. You wouldn't go to like a breast cancer awareness fundraiser and go, all cancer matters. It's just, one, not really socially acceptable, and two, everyone knows that. It's the truth and it's a given. It's all about validation and making sure people feel heard. Yeah, all lives matter. That's why we should care about Black Lives Mattering. The reason why things like Black Lives Matter, homosexual lives matter, women's rights, things like that exist, feminism, and I mean good feminism, not males suck feminism. The reason why those movements exist are because those are groups that are discriminated against. They are made to feel like they are less valuable as a human being because of yada yada yada. Everyone deserves to feel valued and important and worthy of taking up space, for God's sakes. You know, I think part of me stopped fighting and didn't post anything because I felt so lost. I felt like things haven't changed, and, you know, will they ever? Oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. It gets tiring fighting for everything, and I know I felt it with the assault too. Like, trying to explain why it wasn't my fault to people was exhausting. And you know, I can't imagine people having to do that their whole lives because of who they are. Yes, all lives matter, because they do. Everyone deserves a chance at life. Everyone deserves, and it's not an abortion talk because that's a whole other thing. I just mean, if you are given life, if you have come into this world, you should be given the same amount of respect and validation as the person beside you, and the person beside them, and the person beside them, and so on and so on. As much as I can empathize with what Black people are going through right now, it's never going to be something that that's not fully dry. It's never going to be something that I have to experience myself. All right, that's that. And now, insert montage. I just hope that we can all start treating others the way we would hope to be treated. And we all have a voice, and please use it for good. Use it to make a difference. Use it to better this world. It needs it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. This is a good video to share. If people need to hear some things, please share this video. That would be lovely for me, and I hope lovely, I think lovely for other people too. Thank you, as always, for joining, for clicking, for being here and listening to me. Again, just keep using your voice. Keep being part of the change. Sending love and hugs, and again, all the positive vibes. They're coming your way, okay? They're on their way. They are probably back ordered a little bit. You know, shipping's a little bit crazy right now, but they're on their way. Thank you again for giving me this platform to share my thoughts and speak up, use my voice. Bye, guys.